Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. Today is one of the hardest days of being a homesteader. Today is actually butchering day. Well, I don't know if it's hard for other homesteaders. I know that for me and my wife, this sort of a day is actually very difficult for us to process emotionally. Physically, going through the act of processing the animals, that's not hard. Mentally, it's not hard. It's just emotionally is where it gets difficult, is where things become a bit of a struggle. The geese are walking through right now, so just bear with me a moment. You coming, geese? They evidently are not that interested in being on camera, except for their voices. Butchering is not something that is easy for us emotionally. Me and my wife are both very much empaths, so it's very difficult to do this sort of a thing. But both of us are pretty insistent on being meat eaters, which, might seem contradictory because of the fact that we are very much in tune with nature, in tune with the animals, and have a deep love and a deep connection with all of them. It may seem surprising to some that we both are big-time meat eaters. Especially because nowadays it's kind of a taboo thing to even talk about. Mr. Turkey, can you please stop pecking the camera? Come here. It's easier to just catch them and then let them go. But both of us, it surprises a lot of people whenever they find out that we're a part of the LGBTQ community, and then also we're empaths. A lot of people assume that we're vegans or vegetarians, but to be quite frank, neither of us could ever actually do that sort of a lifestyle. Both of us feel very connected to animals and to the natural world around us and to nature, and we both believe that nature will provide everything we need for us, and that animals are here on this earth to bless us, to benefit us, and also to cooperate with us and to sort of be our co-workers in this world. Which may seem kind of silly when you say that you work with goats and turkeys and chickens and geese and ducks. Mr. Turkey, please stop. Just trying to peck at the camera. No, they are not on the butchering menu today. These ones they need about a month still before they're ready to go. So I get to put up with their shenanigans for a little while longer. But it is something that is sort of a taboo type of thing with the demographics that we fit into. But both of us believe that as co-workers, that the animals are for us and are here to essentially help us and to benefit us. We feel that part of their benefit to us is also to fill the freezer. Now, it may seem like a weird thing that I consider them co-workers, but when you think about it, they help us unbury trash that was hidden here for I don't know how many decades. All the glass was here, and all the metal and all of the junk that's been here. They've done an excellent job of going into the woods, going, by the driveway, and then various different places where there's been hidden trash piles, and literally helping bring forth all of that so we can help heal this land. Their manure of all the different species that we have here, it benefits the garden. It makes it so in that way everything can grow properly, and we can turn this really desolate soil it's not even soil, it's more like concrete that hasn't been mixed properly. It is not good soil here, but with the animals' help and their waste and things of that nature, they can then replenish the soil and make it so it's something beautiful. And to me, those are like working with nature in a supreme way. Now, with butchering them, it is very difficult for us. I won't lie. A lot of times while we're butchering, we are half lit because of the fact that that's the only way we can keep ourselves going. Which, doesn't seem like it's that sustainable, but it is something that it works for us. When we first started raising animals for meat, I could not be the one that dispatched. I would happily skin out a rabbit, do the whole processing of it, break it down afterwards, do the whole thing. But I could not cope with dispatching, with taking a life. I couldn't. And then after a while of observing and watching and getting to learn the animals and watching their patterns and their cycles and all of that sort of thing, and watching them be from, the beginning to, being a couple years old as breeders and things like that, things shifted within me. And intuitively, I started understanding, and energetically, I started understanding that all of the animals that are coming to our farm, that are incarnating into their lifetime here, and that are showing up here, they know what their purpose is going to be. They are well aware of it. They understand that things are this way and that they will end up having the greatest life possible without any sort of fear. That is why we refuse to take our animals off site to be processed by somebody else to make it easier emotionally on us. We feel that that is our duty as caretakers of the land, as caretakers of these animals, and that is just what you do. You know, it's kind of like when a dog gets sick and passes away, you want to bury it where its home is. You want to bring it home to have its final moments, or with a human even. You know, a lot of people, they want to come home to pass away. And for our animals, this is all they've ever known. You know, they were hatched here, they were born here, they've never been in a vehicle. A lot of these ones haven't been. And it's just, this is everything that they know. And to me, it is very important to keep this sort of a thing as a very sacred time, as a very sacred moment for the animals. So that way they don't feel that I'm upset. They don't feel that Tracy's upset. They don't feel any stress, any sadness. That it's just like, Mr. Turkey, please stop it. They're relentless. I have 4 turkeys right behind the camera now that keep trying to peck at it. And when we hatched out today, or not today, this year, we ended up with 8 that hatched out, and only 2 of them were females. So there's a lot of Mr. Turkeys. But it is something that feels very important to us to do this for the animals, to make sure that they're not stressed out. They don't understand why I would be crying or why I would be upset when I pick them up. They just know that I'm picking them up like I do all the time. And that is part of why we try to make sure that we're in a headspace of that this is business. This is just, it's sacred, it's important, but we can't show that to the animals that we're upset with this sort of thing, because then they get stressed out, they get upset, they get freaked out, they don't know what's going on. Like right now, currently, one of the turkeys, the adult ones, if you guys have been watching for any length of time, the ones that I affectionately call the turkey boys, one of them is going today. And throughout this whole video, he's literally been standing like 2 feet from me, just standing there chilling. It's not an easy thing, but the animals, they have no idea as to what's going on. And that to me is kind of the utmost importance, that they don't know. Because, well, I don't think anybody wants to know that it's going to be their day to die. I think that most people would rather it be kind of a quick, painless surprise type of a thing to basically enter back into the ethers going, huh, wow, interesting. That's just my sort of take on it. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.